Well, we're running out of daylight, but let's talk fall food plots 2026. It's not good. It's pretty dry, unfortunately. All my spring stuff, my sorghum, my sunflowers, everything dried up. It's drier than a popcorn fart out here. It ain't looking good. It ain't looking good for the farmers. It ain't looking good for the food plotters. Nothing's going good. We just haven't had any rain. They were promising like an inch of rain. I put my fall crops in. We got a solid ½ inch. It was enough to sprout. The brassicas, radishes, clover, winter wheat. It's all tough. Everything sprouted about this far. And that was it. But as you can see, I got a generator. I bought a pump. And I'm sucking out of my water hole. Unfortunately, all my water holes are even drying up. I didn't take them all the way down. I got a little reserve left. They're calling for rain in like 4 or 5 days. I'm not sure it's gonna happen. And it's too bad. Got a lot of money, hell of a lot of time tied up in this, like most people do. And it's tough reality, but it just keeps getting drier and drier. We're in clay country, so it makes it even harder. There's cracks around here you can literally stick your hand in. And I don't like that. But here we are. Play it as it lies, they say. You can see the sprinkler going in the background. This is my 4th plot today. Been dragging hose, been dragging ass. The sun's setting. I'm just trying to get the last little bit done. And it's helping. It's holding on. Everything's yellowing, shriveling, and I don't know what else to do. If I hadn't done this, I wouldn't have nothing. I did pick up another 14 bags of rye. I'm hoping towards the end of the month. This is the 20th of August right now, so I'm hoping Labor Day-ish. I usually do a lot of seeding around then. I try to get a head start. You know, it didn't work out. But I am going to reseed over some of this stuff to help it along, to hopefully get something out of it. But I'll show you what I got going. It's just kind of my version. I know a lot of guys are remote tanks or have smaller water tanks and probably don't have the capability of watering their whole food plot. Since we're in clay country, you can basically dig a hole with a tablespoon or with a backhoe, and when it's wet, it holds water. Damn near all year. This water hole is almost always full. Everything drains into it, much like all my other ones. But I've been sucking out of them to water my plots, and it's been helping. It's been saving them. Like I said, it's carrying them along. But unfortunately, it's not enough to really get them banging and really producing. But we're doing it. And I hope you are too. Otherwise, you're probably like me and ain't gonna amount to shit. But I'll give you a peek here. As you can see, this is a watering hole, obviously. Here's my pump. I did change I put a couple fittings on here so I can actually fill in this one. I open this one up, I prime through here with this one closed, and then I fire it up. And then I crack this valve until she's squirting out, and then I hook the hose up. Otherwise, there's one itty bitty little hole right here to fill it up with, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. So I kind of came up with this system, and it works really good. Take an ice cream bucket with you, fill it up, like I said, crack the valve, get her primed up, and let her go. And it is enough to run that sprinkler, which is pretty sweet. And like I said, that watering hole is almost always full. And damn near every critter around here will be in it. Coon, coyote, wolf, skunk. I've had bears bathing in here. It's kind of cool to see. You can see my 360 cam here with the solar panel there. And I got my deer stand over there. It's kind of cool. I just made that last year and parked it, but you can see how dry it's getting. Like I said, we're in clay country. And you can see where I've been watering. Everything's a little better off than right here. Here's a little pan of it. The other kicker is, I don't know if you can see these cages. I've got 125 oaks all around the edge of my food plots. I also have a bunch of apple trees. On every point, I got 3 to 5 apple trees, and the oaks all throughout. The trees are holding on, thankfully, because I've been watering them with another watering tank other than this watering system I got going right now. But it's what I got, and it's the cards I'm dealt. So, unfortunately, that's what we're doing. But if you got any better ideas, other than digging bigger holes for more water, let me know, because I'm running out of ideas. And frankly, getting tired of watering. On a normal year, everything does pretty good, but it's been a struggle bus. And I know a lot of other guys are. So I thought I'd just show you this. Maybe you can get some ideas from it too. Well, thanks for watching. Hopefully we're green next time you see it. But we'll see. Well, it's getting dark and we're losing light. But we're out here doing it. This is my 4th plot today. I've been dragging hoses, watering everything I can, and I've been watering out of my watering holes for the deer. And we're getting down there. This pond is usually right to the brim, and if we have excess water, it's overfilled. We're in clay country. The water goes to the low holes. If you dig a hole with a tablespoon or a backhoe, it's filling with water. And unfortunately this year, we haven't had shit for rain. My spring plots, they're all dried up. My sorghum, my corn, my sunflowers, none of it's worth a damn. Very spotty. The sorghum's maybe up to my knees. Some of it's heading out. It ain't in good shape. But this has been kind of my answer. You can probably hear the generator running in the background. Hopefully it ain't too bad. I got a pump. It's a 1-horse Venberg pump. I bought it off Amazon. I got a snowmobile tire in that pond with that pump and a hose through the center of that with a filter on it. Running that sprinkler in the background. I don't know if you can make that out. And like I said, I've just been dragging this around my food plots, trying to help them along. I put them in a couple of weeks ago now, and they were calling for like 1.5 inches of rain. We got a 1/2 inch of rain. So I went all out. I put a ton of lime down, my brassicas, radishes, my winter rye, and a bunch of clover. And kind of banked on that rain. And unfortunately, that rain didn't really produce for me. So this was my answer. I've dug these watering holes out, and like I said, in clay country, no liners, no grizzly water tanks like everybody's got. It's kind of my version to kind of bring them along. But it's been tough. And like I said, I've just been watering and watering and watering, and it's barely going. Everything's a little yellow. The rye's like 3 inches, 4 inches. It's all shriveling up. But I thought I'd give you a peek of kind of my contraption to save it, hopefully. Like I said, a generator, a 1-horse pump, and a pile of hose. Can't really make it out, I guess, but you can see that there's not a whole lot of water left there. And I'm not going to suck them completely dry because I do want some for the wildlife. Because I get literally everything in here. I've had bears bathing in these. I got deer standing in them, coon, skunk, everything. Like, water's key this year. So if you're not running watering holes, I highly suggest it. And bonus, you get to water your plots with it if it's got some capacity. You can see all around here how dry it is. And you can see in the background, it looks better in the camera than it really is. But like I said, I've been watering it and helping it along. I'll pan around here so you can see the rest of it. There's a cool deer stand I built last year. Maybe I'll shoot a video of that some other day for you. Got a bunch of reclaimed lumber and stuff on the inside. It's pretty sweet. Got a 360 cam out here. That's how I know that everything's bathing in that pond. The kicker is, I got 125 oaks all up and down these food plot edges. And on every point, I have 3 to 5 apples. So I've been watering them too. And it's been a pile of work. But like I said, it's carrying them along. And it's been my only saving grace so far. So I'm going to keep doing it, just so I don't lose everything I've invested in this. I got a pile of work in these trees. I got a pile of work in these food plots. Most people do, and I feel you. It's a struggle, boss, and it's tough. But you got to do what you got to do. So here we are. We're running out of daylight. It's actually kind of a beautiful sunset. You'd probably see it better if we were in the field. But like I said, we're doing it. And we're gonna keep doing it. So if you guys got any better ideas other than digging deeper ponds or trucking in more water, let me know. Otherwise, I hope the best for you. I hope you get some rain. I hope your food plots produce for you. I know a lot of guys put a lot of time into this, and it's sad to see it slip through your fingers. But unfortunately, that's how it goes some years. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll see you next time.